Our next team is TrackmyEU, coming from Italy and France. Chiara, Girardelli and Raphaël Kergueno. We are going to have a look at a short video from them to tell us what it's about.
Hi, my name is Chiara and I am an independent developer and consultant based in Milan.
Hi, my name is Raphaël. I'm a transparency campaigner based in Brussels, and together we are the TrackmyEU team.
From the Green Deal to the COVID recovery funds, the EU takes decisions that affect us all. However, scattered and hard-to-reach information makes it difficult to know what exactly is going on in Brussels and prevents citizens from making their voice heard. This is why we decided to create TrackmyEU, an interactive platform that helps you navigate any decision taken on your behalf. Explore how it all works with a user-friendly approach that informs you on any aspect of EU lawmaking. Track topics of your interest through a custom dashboard generated by our algorithms, see how your MEP votes, and keep up to date on any key event. Explore EU policies and start tracking your interests to make your voice heard.
Thank you very much. Well, you've got your 7-minute pitch. We look forward to hearing more about TrackmyEU.
Hi, my name is Chiara and I'm an independent developer based in Milan.
Hello everyone, I'm Raphaël and I'm a transparency campaigner based in Brussels. And today we would like to present to you TrackmyEU, a platform that helps you navigate and track decisions taken by the European Union on your behalf. We can go to the next slide. So the EU is one of the largest democracies in the world. It takes decisions that affects every aspect of our lives. It's therefore really important that we're well informed about how these decisions are made, who made them, and for what purpose. However, when it comes to finding information about EU decision-making, we can encounter some issues. The information is scattered among many websites and legislative databases. Voting records are not published in a user-friendly format, and we get a sense that the institutional websites are more geared towards professionals requiring pre-existing knowledge to fully understand how decisions are made. It's hard to navigate between the different procedures, key players, and explanations. So in a nutshell, citizens need to put in a lot of time and effort to get a complete picture, and it's really hard to keep track of it all. We can go to the next slide.
To help solve these issues, we came up with the idea of a platform that would bring all the information together and work as a central knowledge hub. We wanted to create something that would help citizens learn more about how the EU works and keep them informed about the topics they are interested in. We also wanted our platform to be interactive and fun to use, with any info about EU legislation just one click away. Next slide, please.
So as a team, we wanted to challenge ourselves by building a legislative tracking tool that is approachable by everyone, promotes citizens' engagement, and showcases how the data published on the EU website can be used to foster more digital participation in the EU democratic process. So for the TrackmyEU, we use data from the Legislative Observatory, the individual MEP pages, the MEP votes, as well as information from other EU websites. And as you can see, the results are quite impressive. We have over 18,000 legislative procedures, information on all 705 MEPs, as well as over 3,500 votes that took place since March 2021. We also research over 100 institutional web pages to draft the educational content. And we developed custom scrapers and parsers to collect the data and connected all these data sets together to build our platform. The data sets themselves are freely available in open data formats for anyone to use and analyze. So now we've set the stage, so let's discover together TrackmyEU. We can go to the next slide.
TrackmyEU is composed of three main parts. The main one is the tracking section, which allows users to generate a custom data visualization dashboard based on topics and keywords they want to stay informed on. Next slide, please. We then have an Explore section that users can use to learn more about various aspects of the EU, such as how the EU decision-making works or what the EU priorities are. This section also offers citizens ideas on how they can engage with EU institutions. We can go to the next slide. As a third section, we have a search area where it's possible to freely browse through all the data in detail. For example, looking through the full legislation list or searching for a specific MEP or vote section. Next slide. The homepage, on top of connecting to all the other sections, offers access to some pre-made dashboards about EU priorities and features a visual overview about the topics covered by EU legislation. TrackmyEU is optimized to be used on desktop and mobile. And now we would like to show you a little demonstration of our tracking functionality, which is the main feature of our project. So we can go to the next slide and play the video. This is where the users can select keywords of their interest among lists of topics, locations, and officials. It's possible to customize this selection further, opting, for example, for an exact match for the selected terms, for a broader one, or for a mode that allows you to find and select specific EU laws. Based on this, our algorithms will generate a custom data visualization dashboard with a set of charts, a list of related legislative procedures, and the boxes representing MEPs of interest. For example, this dashboard was generated by selecting 5 MEPs and a digital technologies topic. The dashboard is also fully interactive. It's possible to click on an element of a chart to filter the data accordingly. Or you can also click on an entry to view all the details about a procedure. For example, here we have a timeline with a list of the key events and useful info panels that explain what each step involves. Well, here we can view the votes that took place on related documents. On this panel, it's also possible to view how the different political groups voted. In this panel up here, instead, you can see the upcoming key steps on any of the tracked procedures, making sure that you always stay up to date. Each generated dashboard comes with a custom link that can be shared and revisited later to check for updates. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Chiara, for the demonstration. So in addition, we also wanted a strong educational approach to be embedded in the design philosophy of our platform. Our Explore section introduces newcomers to the EU, explaining what it is, what its priorities are, and how decisions are made. We can go to the next slide. We also provide a useful glossary that provides detailed information on the terms associated with the legislative process and a description of political groups, committees, and document types. We can go to the next slide. For every element of the tracking tool, we implemented info panels that provide explanation about most of the data that users can see while using the platform. Did you know panels also provide fun, interesting facts about the EU, including all the rights associated with EU citizenship. We can go to the next slide. Finally, we feature all the ways in which EU citizens can make their voice heard and directly interact with the EU. For example, promoting the conference on the future of Europe so that users can learn what it is and how they can participate in the lively discussions. You can go to the next slide. So with all the necessary knowledge in one place and leveraging innovative digital solution, our hope is that TrackmyEU will foster more engagement from citizens. But this is really just the beginning. In 2022, we hope to integrate even more data from EU institutional websites to make TrackmyEU the most comprehensive and user-friendly platform for tracking EU decisions. Discover more customization options and showcase your dashboard on the future community sections. We can go to the next slide. Thank you very much for listening today. I hope you like what you heard so far and start tracking now. Looking forward to your questions. Thank you.
Thank you both very much indeed for that. We have, of course, got our Slido option for you to ask questions. And I have a question here that says, your application is relatively young. Does it also include historic data?
So for the legislative procedure, we have data from all of the 18,000 legislative procedures that are available, and I think the oldest one is from the 70s. So yes, we do have historical data for that. For the votes, it's a bit different because the data is only available for 3 months at the source. So we have the votes since March 2021, which is when we started working on this.
And who are your target users?
So in general terms, the target users was really citizens as the first top priority, because when we see there are a number of initiatives that exist as well, but they really geared towards EU affairs professionals. And what we wanted is our platform to have this very strong educational element, so that everyone that has an interest in the EU or doesn't really know much about the EU can go on our platform, learn exactly what it is, and learn how procedures work, and basically hopefully interact with the EU once they've actually visited the platform.
And will it be proposed in languages other than English?
The educational part could surely be proposed in other languages. For the data, at the moment, the data we have available is just in English, and that will require a lot of work for translation. So we will have to think about this. But for the educational part, that's surely something we can implement in the future.
We have a question from a jury member pointing out that you focus on MEPs' votes, but the search box is called officials, which has a much wider meaning. Can you clarify that for us?
Yes, the keywords are extracted from the data about the legislative procedures, and a lot of legislative procedures include as a data several key players that could be MEPs or other types of officials. So it's possible in the customization to select these other people as well. For the MEPs, there's extra information. So in fact, if you select MEPs for the customization, you will get those specific boxes dedicated to each MEP with further detail. You will see how the MEP voted and additional information. While for the other officials, you will see what legislative procedures they participated in.
Well, I think I'm going to bring a few questions together under the umbrella of what's next. So how will you monetize it? How will you scale up? Will you involve new data sets? Do you see new features in the future like AI to create auto-analysis? What's next on the agenda for TrackmyEU?
So our core objective is really to make TrackmyEU an application that is just freely accessible to everyone. So we are not going to monetize it. It will be a kind of foundation, and we will seek a grant to further develop it. In terms of additional data set, we want to take the information from other institutional websites, such as the Council and the European Commission, to cover all three institutions.
Okay, well, we look forward to checking that out once it's available. Thank you both very much for your presentation and good luck with the public vote.